Hey everyone, welcome to A Slice of Gaming. I'm the only Pokemon 4. This is Final Fantasy IV, the Complete Collection, and we are playing the After Years for the Sony PlayStation Portable. So here we are in the Agart Mines. Everything is sparkling, everything is looking shiny in here. And this is a completely new area to the After Years that we haven't seen before, so this should be interesting. I've prepared myself, I got more chests, all that good stuff. We're pretty much ready to go, I think anyways. We've got the mind flayers in these caves, so you can get Rydia's next summon if you so choose to. As of course, as you know, I am not going to bother grinding for that, just because, well, yeah. It'd be a really long, arduous process, and I don't have the patience whatsoever for that. So technically we can get Rydia to summon already, but that's okay. So let's keep going down these mines here. I like this place already. Seems pretty straightforward so far, pretty much of a linear passage. So we got the moon working against us for black magic, which is, you know, perfectly fine by me. I really don't care. Let's speed things up here. So we're back down to just having Luca and Rydia in our party. And we can save both Calca and Brina by finding 3 different items that are located in this cave. This is completely optional and you don't have to save the 2. However, if you don't get the 3 items, then unfortunately they won't be saved and you can't ever use them again in the game. So 2 of the items are extremely annoying to get. One we can get pretty much right away. Right in this, not in that jar, but there's another jar we can open up that will have one of the 3 items in it. Actually, before we go continuing down here, we got full moon. Interesting. And actually we came down here during waning moon, which is interesting because the monsters didn't really seem all that difficult to manage. So I don't know what that guy was talking about back in town, but either way. Good stuff in here. The only thing different that I did is I just went shopping, bought some more healing items, kept the Thorn Whip for Rydia, which you can buy in town. She still has the healing rod on just because we lost our free healer Brina, and we might as well have at least some kind of healing in our team. So that's always good to have. I think I'd recommend to keep it if, you know, personally speaking. So let's see. We don't really need it right now. We're pretty much fully healed by the looks of things. Well, other than we just got attacked a few minutes ago, but, you know, ignoring that aside, we're pretty good here. We can use our healing rod in this case if we wanted to. Free potions for everyone, basically, is how it works. We know all about the healing rod, so it's okay. Don't need to explain too much about it. Good to keep Luca healed up. As I mentioned before, when attack is down, just stick with Big Throw and you'll keep your attack just fine the way it is. So really we're not losing anything when the attack is down. Oh, got some Treants here. I remember fighting those back in Messiah. There was that little area up at the top there that we could grind for Palom and Porin to get their levels up, and we fought these 2 things, which we weren't supposed to be fighting yet, but it's a good way to level those 2 up. Let's hurry it up so we should cast a spell here, get rid of the 2 Treants in the back. Still weak against fire as far as I'm concerned. Yep, they certainly are. Also, you could easily find that out with Luca's analyze as well. This was, I believe, the way to go, so let's go back down here and see if we missed any treasure chests. We most likely did, as you can see here. Let me see if I can get to it. Or if I have to. Yeah, I've got to go all the way around to get this chest, but it's got a plate mail. Nice upgrade for, not for you, but for Luca. I picked up that horned helmet. It was one of the chests that I missed in the sealed cave. There's a door that I forgot to beat. So let's take care of these guys. Same battle as before. Nothing to it. Plus we got black magic working with us this time, so it's good for Rydia. Now do we want to go up or down? Let's see if we check up this upper region here. What do we have? We got a tent area, which I don't really want right now. We might have to do some manipulating in the tents a little bit later for that annoying two of three items that we need to get to save Calca and Brina. But we're not quite at that point yet, and I'm not 100% sure if I'll actually be doing it or not, because I was doing some reading, and yeah, basically what happens is 2 of those items are drops. The random drops that you have to grind for. So we'll see how it goes. If I do get the random drops for those 2, it'll most certainly be off recording. Definitely. No question about that. And then we can revive them. I'm leaning on doing it just because, you know, for the 100% plus we get 2 extra bands later on in the game. I know 1 for sure. I'm not sure if there's 2 or just 1. And it's always good to feel good when you get everything, including hidden, well, quote-unquote hidden characters. Extra party members that you really don't need. Good stuff, Luca's leveled up. This is a good place for you to grind as well for these 2 if you want to. By all means, you can do as such. Just because, as we know, there's the challenge dungeon coming up by the looks of things, so this is probably the last area for these 2 to fight in. And we all know from the last challenge dungeon that we did, we got chewed up and spit back out for sure. I probably could have leveled up more with Hooded Man and Sador, but that's okay. We got through it, and that's all that matters. So let's whip these on here. And see if there's a chest down here. Oh, there's a pot that might contain the 1 of 3 items that we need to revive the dolls. I'm just gonna head out of here just because I don't really feel like dealing with that party right now. Dry ether, nope, that's not it. When I do find the item, obviously I will point it out. That leads back to the chest there, so let's keep on trekking here and see what else we can find. This formation is pretty easy to take care of, so once again, we might as well do that. One more big throw, we'll take care of him. Big deal, very nice. Ooh, Osmos, that's always a good thing to have. Very good thing to have for her, actually. Not that I've approached anything yet, well, Succubus I can use Osmos on, but this is not the type of battle that I would like to use and grind Osmos on, just because, as we know, I hate back attacks. I mean, who loves back attacks, really? I don't think anybody likes back attacks. It's good in the later Final Fantasies. Oops. Did not mean to use a ban there at all. That's what I meant to do. Anyways, as I was saying, good thing in the later Final Fantasies they've made back attacks a little bit more manageable. It seems like you can try to run away, basically, and it'll automatically flip your party around, so you don't have to waste somebody's turn and switch the rows like you have to do in this game, which is good. It's one of the good improvements that they made in later Final Fantasy games, which is nice. And also, I think there's 1 Final Fantasy, it might be 7 that I'm thinking of, I'm not 100% sure though, where you can actually hit an enemy and then run away afterwards. And you can still get experience, or at least doing that little bit of damage on an enemy, which is interesting. Could be thinking of another game totally, but I can't really remember, to be completely honest. or something that prevents random battles would also be a godsend, but that doesn't happen until much later. No, I don't want to deal with this one. Not interested. Everything else is perfectly fine, it's just that one. Aha! Mithril Spring. That is one of the 3 items that you need to find to revive Calca and Brina. And the other 2, well, we'll get to those shortly. Which is by manipulating this area here. We got full moon. So what you need to do is you need to use a tent. Or unless you already have this moon available, you need to change it to waxing moon. So if you have quite a few tents, you can go ahead and use as many tents as you want to in this particular area. We need to use 2 here by the looks of things. So waxing moon should be the next phase. I do highly recommend you save here too, just because once you use the tent to make the moon phase just the way you want it to, I'd save it just so if you want you can reset the game very easily and start up again so you don't have to keep abusing tents every single time. And let's just take a look and see what the moon phase is doing here. Black magic down, no big deal. I find in this particular chapter, you're not really affected too terribly much by moon phases, at least for me. Probably the best one is, it's either waning moon or obviously not waxing moon, as we know. Ooh! You are weak against Blizzard, so let's use all the Blizzard stuff that we've gotten here. Where is it? There it is. And just whip out Blizzard as much as you can here, just because it seems, I think it's the weakest thing. Charging up Fire Magic. Yeah, now's a good time to use any sort of Blizzard items you can. Yeah, thanks game. I kind of already figured that out. Bomb Fragment. Do I have any other thing? No, it doesn't look that way. So, this is when Rydia steps up the plate here. Yeah, Fire Magic is overwhelming, blah blah blah, whatever. Does lots of damage on Muka herself, but you can easily heal that. Fire Magic is fading. So this is basically one of those battles where you can alternate between her attacking, or you can wait it out here, try to get Fire Magic, have her cast Blizzara, wait till Blizzara gets cast. Oops. Didn't want her to attack there, but that's fine. And then Fire Magic fade, so just keep alternating here. I don't know why I keep using Big Throw, there's really no need to. And once it's Rydia's turn, Dum-de-dum, Blizzara. Yep. And we're gonna heal up here, just because it seems like we need it. And then that's all there is to it. Well, I might as well just attack here, there's no point in using Big Throw for no reason. I'll heal up Rydia while I'm at it here. Just in case he decides to use the flamethrower. Rinse and repeat, and this Agart tortoise should mean no problem. Dum-de-dum. Oops, should have waited. Oh well, doesn't matter. We got rid of him, no problem. Got a level, got an X potion, and got an Augerite. Good. 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 Thank you. I bet we can prepare the falcon with this. Let's go back and try it. Not yet. No. No, thank you. There's something that I'm looking for, and that is a door obviously. And I'm going to be left alone for the rest of the time until I find said door, so I can show you how to get the other 2 items that you need to revive Calca and Brina. Was it down here? I don't think so. No, that's just the pot. So this is really obscure, and yeah, you don't really know about this. Like, there's no thing that the game gives you that says hint hint, wink wink, nudge nudge, you should do this. So here in this room here, it looks like there's a whole lot of nothing, but on the waxing moon, you have to wait for a random battle here, so that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. Tra-la-la, wait till a random battle happens. Quadro puppets, these are the 2 enemies you want to fight. So they do hit a little bit harder than most of the enemies that you fought in this place, so just be careful of them. Other than that, there's no weakness that these guys have. I mean, they don't hit Liquid by too terribly much, but it's more Rydia you gotta watch out for. Dance would be really good right now, and then maybe I could get a blink off, but that's okay. Yeah, they have quite a lot of HP here. And as far as I remember, that they don't really give you a whole lot in regards to money or experience. And this is like I said, this is the only moon phase that these things will appear in. So once the moon changes, gotta go back to the save point, rinse and repeat, and get these guys to appear. So kind of annoying, and they drop both the Mithril Bolt, I believe, and Mithril Nut, both of which you need. You only need 1 of each item, which is good. But obviously I'm not going to show everything off here, so yeah, we already got Mithril Bolt. And if you take a look at your... not at your items, but speaking of items, I need to equip this on you, except it sucks, so never mind. If you take a look at your bestiary here, dum-de-dum, sort by name, and let's go down to where this thing would appear, which is not that far down the list. Oh, here it is. Nope, that's Ogre. Quadro Puppet. So here you are, 2 different types of treasure, Mithril Nut, Mithril Bolt. Mithril Nut's a little bit more difficult to get. In the WiiWare version, it's extremely hard to get. And I mean extremely. I'm gonna do this one last battle, and then I swear I will do an edit here and fight these things on my own, so you don't have to sit here and watch me do this. But anyways, it's pretty much, if you remember back in Final Fantasy IV days, I might have mentioned, if not, then now I'm mentioning it, it's pretty much like getting the pink tails. They only appear in one room, it's a 1 in 256 chance of getting said item. And that's basically it, is you have to grind quite a lot in order to get the item, if you want, you know, the best armor in the game, but I never went that far, because you have to get quite a few pigtails, as far as I know, to get said awesome armor. It's also comparing it to getting the summons as well. And we could sit here and grind all day for the summon spell, but at a certain point you're obviously going to get extremely bored. And yeah, like I said, the way you know about this is if you look it up in the bestiary and say, oh look, these 2 things drop Mithril Nuts and Mithril Bolts. That's interesting. I wonder what that item does. And yet you'll never know unless you come into this room, which looks like has absolutely nothing in it. Explore around on that certain moon type, which, you know, we have luckily right now, but it's just really stupidly specific. And like I said, there's absolutely no indication whatsoever that you need to do this. So anyways, this is the part where I will actually finally say that I will end this part off here, and when we come back, I will be outside of this mine, Maybe with or without the mithril nut, we'll see. So we'll see you on the next part here, and I'll catch you guys later.